run this town. SVFC. Bull Stampede, we don't back down. SVFC. Black and blue, hear us loud. SVFC. This is the Ville, give up now.
Live from the heart of the Carolinas, this is the Statesville FC Soccer Show. Hello and welcome to Statesville FC Soccer Show, coming to you from Signal Hill Studios, home of WAME Wham, Real Country 92.9 and 550 AM. Tonight is the night. Statesville FC will kick off their first match in the NPSL.
Tonight's the night.
Has been kicked off for about a week and a half.
Yes.
7 teams will start with the Southeast Conference. Luckily, we are the first team that will kick off in the Southeast Conference tonight at 5 p.m. in Burlington. You'll be able to watch on their YouTube channel. Check that out. Make sure to join us if you can't, that is, be there live at the Herd tonight. I'd like to introduce now the man behind the brand, Statesville native, fellow Greyhound, Statesville FC co-founder, and the leader of the Herd, and my co-host, Eric Hansen. How you doing, Eric?
I'm good. What's up, Buck? How you doing out there, Statesville FC fans? Thanks for joining us, the Herd, right, guys? Great to be here once again, and thanks to WAME and Bryson, my man behind the camera, for helping us out. Buck and I are here to get you excited about the Statesville FC's first inaugural season. That's right. Also talked about the local soccer community and just the soccer world in general, right? So, and it's May, which means it is time to start the inaugural season for Statesville Football Club. It is here,
Real
right?
games.
The first ever season. We compete in the National Premier League, the NPSL, and we travel for our first game to Burlington United.
Last week there was a debate where it was, and I think that's going to be some of the fun of the NPSL. We're going to talk to some of our guys from Hickory FC.
Hickory FC, yes.
They're going to give us some guidance on what to expect this season. Looking forward to that conversation. Have some questions for them. That's
right. And last week we discussed our roster a little bit. Mm-hmm. We talked with Tony Panetta about his journey on a core, his time with Hickory FC, and like I said, leading up, and talked about the I-40 Derby that's taking place on May 12th, Tuesday, May 12th, in Greyhound Hollow, as we get the 2025 national champions of the NPSL here, playing us for our first ever home game, Buck.
So we've been training. Kits are ready to go. We have we seen? I know you've gotten to visit training. Have you been able to see anything that this week that's leading up to tonight's match that gets you excited? If there's anything that we think we should focus on?
Well, the first training sessions have been going on. I've got to see a little sneak peek of what it is. I see a lot of talent, a lot of ball movement, a lot of hustle, and a lot of teamwork. But if you didn't know, a lot of our players are actually college teammates. Some of them are actually high school teammates, and we've got at least 2 sets of brothers.
As well. Yeah.
So we've got some teamwork already, some chemistry already there with the team.
I think that's one of the hardest things in this sort of level of football, NPSL, even maybe the USL too. That'd be a good question to ask those Hickory guys. But building a team together in such a short amount of time for a short season, gelling together, that's one of the tougher things, I think, when soccer is one of those sports that sometimes is intuitive to where to know where the ball is supposed to go, with systems, with players. You've got to build that chemistry, so it's good to know one of those little, I think, small pieces that can help us this season, having teammates, having brothers, having gentlemen that have worked together before on the field, sometimes on the same side of the field, it seems. So that'll be good. I know the teammates from Catawba, Lenore, Ryan, and Carolina have played high school together. They also are playing in the pros, or they're playing in college together. As we get, hopefully we can get those guys on the show. And talk to them.
Definitely. We'll talk to them one day later.
Put the brothers on the hot seat.
Later in the season, maybe put the brothers on the hot
seat.
Yeah, and I mean, I even heard the coach say today in one of the drills, or the other day, he said, all right, this time you pass someone that's not your current teammate. So,
interesting.
The chemistry was already there.
A little scouting there for the lads in Burlington, but it's too late for them. Got some business, a major announcement, some exciting news that
our jerseys
this week, or was
our jersey. Well, we're talking about our sponsors, right? We've been keeping the secret of our title sponsor. We have announced our title sponsor. We haven't seen it. Epic Studios, right? Epic Studios Live. Go online and get their Epic Studios. Thank you so much.
Welcome, Epic.
But right, the word is getting out there, guys. We're in the Iredell Free News. The cover page this month, right? Iredell Free News cover page this month. Find out about the history of the team and how we got started. But also, too, we got to talk about our jerseys a little bit. Our jerseys are about to be worn for the first time, right? This first time today. And as we go to Burlington, and just talk about some of the sponsors and logos that are on there, people that are helping us out. So on our jerseys, we will have one jersey will be white.
Okay.
One jersey will be black, depending on the team we're playing. Depending on what color we wear at home or away, okay? We will feature our beautiful shield, of course, on the chest, okay? The NPSL patch Our
Yep.
league patch will be on one of the shoulders.
Got to have that bad
All right,
boy.
and then we have our 4 sponsors
Yep.
that we have on the shoulder on the jersey as well. We have Hunk of Junk Hauling. One call removes it all on the shoulder. We've talked to Brandon Crouch
Shout
a
out,
couple
Brandon.
weeks ago. Shout out to Brandon. We also have our partners at FGWH Insurance. That's Alex Walker and friends over there on the back, keeping us insured
We need
all
to
the
get Alex
time,
on the
right?
show
Helping
these
us
days,
out.
too.
Yes. And then we also have Iredell Partnership for Young Children.
Yep, that's a
Very,
great
very
partnership.
good partnership we have here, giving back to the community and those kids. We'll learn more about them later in the season. And then on the front, that's right, our title sponsor, right on the chest, will be covered by this year's title sponsor, Epic Studios. It's a live streaming and video app.
Awesome.
Go check them out.
That's cool. That's an exciting news. I believe some of the group of the Epic sponsor, Epic group, is from Statesville as well.
The creators of Epic and the owner and the starters of Epic, yes, they're from Statesville, North Carolina.
Welcome to the partnership. Excited to have everyone from Epic. Let's go Epic and have an epic first season here with that group.
Let's do it. Epic first season, guys. It starts now.
Starts
Versus
tonight.
Burlington.
Quick, let's say preview for tonight. Burlington United. They joined NPSL last season. We'll play them at Fairchild Field.
Fairchild Field.
At 5 p.m. That's what we wanted to clarify. Fairchild Field at 5 p.m. tonight. Head coach is Cooper Vandermaas Peeler. He played in college at UConn at UNC and Elon. They've got they're building from the ground up, a roots up organization, using their youth program step by step. It's a pretty cool thing to see. It's one of those different styles of program that I think we've seen 7 or 8 different ways that you can build a program in the NPSL. This one is one from ground up, the roots to the top. So last season they struggled a little bit in that inaugural year. 8 losses, 2 draws. I believe they lost twice to Hickory, pretty convincingly. This is one of those games that's a good test. I think it's a good marker. A team that is looking to find its way. We don't really know what to expect. I don't think until you get out there and get to start playing the games, when you have a new roster, an inaugural team. It's one of those, you like to make a 3-0 prediction every week if you could, but this game could go any direction. I'd like to think that this is one that's we could get points from on our quest in our first inaugural season. But
We definitely need points, right? It's the start of the season to be good to start strong, but that's why they throw the ball out there. You take away anything that happened last season. It's a brand new season. The first game, you never know what's going to happen. That's why you play the game.
So if you can't make it out, 5 p.m. tonight, Fairchild Field Complex in Burlington, North Carolina. Make sure to look at Burlington's internet's website, YouTube site. They should be broadcasting the game every week live. We'll be doing the same. I'll be doing that for Statesville. Other teams will be doing it for their home games. So look for that online.
It's a 5 p.m. start, too, guys. There's no reason to not come. It's less than an hour drive to the stadium, guys. Come on.
Coming up next on our show, coming into our hot seats from right down the road, last season's NPSL champions, Hickory FC's main podcast, From the Roots Up. Gavin and Max will join us here
It's
on
going to be exciting.
WME Real Country.
All right.
Looking to brighten your home or someone's day? Come see us at Johnson Greenhouses, your local destination for beauty and style. From stunning custom floral arrangements to stylish scout bags, delicious ladyfingers food items, and store-wide home decor, Johnson Greenhouses has something special for every occasion and every season. Whether you're decorating, gifting, or just treating yourself, you'll find quality, charm, and friendly faces every time you visit. We're conveniently located at 204 Salisbury Road in Statesville, or give us a call at 704-873-4345, or stop by and see what's blooming today. Johnson Greenhouses, where flowers, flavor, and home style come together.
Welcome back to the Statesville FC Soccer Show. I'm Brian Buckout alongside my co-host Eric Hansen. Today, on our hot seat, we have special treats, special guests.
Special guests.
First time we've put 4 on the bench here for our show. Friends from down the road. I'll let Eric do our introduction.
All right, here, let me take it away. Our guests today are guys with similar passions as Buck and I. One, a doctor of interior medicine. The other works with fiber optics. Along with the real jobs of being husbands and fathers and community scholars, they also have a passion that drives them not only to inform, but entertain the masses through a similar avenue as this, their very own podcast about their hometown team of Hickory FC. 2 men that still love to play around together in a treehouse. They are the host of Hickory's official podcast, From the Roots Up. Gavin Miller and Max Ferrari.
Yeah, welcome.
Wow, what an introduction.
I was gonna say, way to make it sound way
Yeah.
cooler than we actually are.
Well, you guys
That's awesome.
are kind of, I mean, in my eyes, experts at what Eric and I are trying to do here. So it's an
Veterans.
honor to have you both on the show as guests today. Maybe we'll come to yours, but today we'll ask the questions, and then maybe next time you can ask us some questions. I guess the first thing I want to ask is, what can we expect as fans of an NPSL team this season?
What do you think?
I would say, I think a majority of the people who initially come to the soccer games are, fans of soccer. So they're going to be people who follow Champions League, Premier League, Serie A, and maybe even MLS. But I'd say the two big things, especially for the big soccer fans, is one, it's gonna take a little while to kind of understand the nuances and differences between the conferences and the playoff structure, because that was a big part of what we wanted to start this for, was because it's so complex, and it's like, all right, the seeding to the playoffs and who gets home and then who's gonna win. But then on top of that, and I'm sure that these guys have talked about it a bunch, but the intricacies behind these, like the players that they pull and what they're playing for, and these guys are all trying to make it pro. And once you start diving into that aspect of the NPSL and these amateur leagues, and you realize like these guys are really fighting for something, I think it really makes it more intense and kind of something you're really passionate about, because you really start cheering for these guys and you're like, man, I really hope they make it pro. And when they do, you're like, dang, that was one of our guys and they made it. So it's, once you get into that aspect of it, it's really, really so much more fun to follow along with.
And I think the other thing too is, you hear a lot of people say, or they talk down to football or soccer, where, oh, it's just boring, you're just running for 90 minutes. But the difference of watching it on TV and watching it in person
Huge
is
difference.
so
Yes.
different. When you see the speed with which everybody's running, the speed with which everybody's passing, the physicality of it, and I think there's no better positive thing that anybody can say about it, where other than I didn't like it before, but now that I've watched it, I can't get enough. And that's from my mom and dad specifically. I brought them to a game, and I mean they've known that I've been into football for a long time. But the first game, the first home match they came to, the first thing my mom said was, I didn't like it before, but I cannot get enough of it now. And I think that's what you can expect from an NPSL match.
And when he says football, he's still referring to soccer on the show. We still have to remind
Soccer.
some of our
Yeah,
viewers
soccer.
that we
Soccer.
are, when we talk about the football club, we're talking about the
I don't
soccer
have the
club
proper
as well.
foreign accent to say football.
Football.
But
We dabble back and forth.
But yes, we understood what you meant. Yes, sir.
You guys had the opportunity, and I think something unique's happened in Hickory, where one of the most highly supported, I think, programs this side of the Mississippi, in that level. You guys moved, I'll argue, diagonally or maybe laterally. You guys would say up. We'll debate that another time. That's for another show.
Same level.
We can have that fun all day. But my question for you guys is, what do you think it was about Hickory, about the program, about the area that kind of contributed to this boom in this huge, to me, local support that kind of took over?
honestly, I think it blew everybody away. And when we've talked to Eric and Tom, the two co-founders, I mean, they expected some success, I think, but not necessarily 6,500 people showing up to a match. I mean, I don't know that anybody would have expected that. I mean, as into soccer as I am, I did not know there was that kind of community in Hickory.
Yeah.
That would just embrace and love and just lift up and support. I mean, I don't think anybody expected that to be the case.
Yeah, and it's funny because it's something that we've definitely been actively talking about on our show, and it's one of the things I love most about minor league sports in America and in the world is there's so many intricacies behind it. Because if you asked me a year ago, why is Hickory doing so well? Which is funny to us now because a year ago success was 3,000 people, and now we hit 6,700 that last game. But initially, my thoughts, especially prior to Hickory FC, I was always like, hey, listen, you win, you're going to pull people in. And then we started kind of learning more about it and looking at like the El Farolitos of the world, the NPSL essentially perennial champion who pulls 200 people a game. So that's when you start realizing so many more intricacies about it. And we were talking about it a little bit before. Things you never even think about, the facilities. We always rave about how great Moretz is, and I'm sure that's such a big part of it. The people know the stadium, they trust it, they know it's professional, they see it as professional. the community, the ethnicities of the community, the Central and South American population we have. That's a large part of it. But then on top of it too, there's just this underlying support for soccer that I think we just didn't realize was there, because we always talk about the strong Central and South American community, but if that was the case, then 80% of those 6,700 people would have been the Hispanic population. But there's a lot of white Southerners that are coming to these games too, and you see these kids that are wearing the jerseys. So it's so complex and so intricate, but once you start digging into it, it's so fun to learn. But I don't know. I guess our answer is I don't know why.
Well, I agree. Like, obviously when you win, you pull people in, but I think it goes back to
when
what
it comes
you
to
were saying
power,
earlier about
performance,
having chemistry.
comfort, nothing
When you look
cuts
at
like Ferris
last year,
mowers.
and you could tell
Built
looking
with
at
patented
the
suspension
Instagram
technology,
pictures, the
Ferris
video,
zero-turn
you
mowers
could tell
absorb
the
bumps and
guys
rough terrain,
enjoyed
giving you a
together.
smoother ride and
There
a
weren't
cleaner, more
a bunch of
professional
egos,
cut.
like, and I said
Whether
it
you're
on
mowing your
Revolution
own yard
yesterday,
or running a full-time
it's not like
crew,
Chelsea where you sign
Ferris
a bunch
helps
of
you
players
get more
and you
done
suck.
in less time.
Like, you sign
Ready
a bunch
to
of
feel
players
the
that
Ferris
mesh
difference?
well together. that
Visit
enjoy
RC's
each other,
Lawnmower Sales and
really
Service,
become a team.
150 RC
We
Farm
talked
Drive in
about,
Statesville, and check out the full line of
final,
Ferris mowers
the
today.
practice before the final
Ferris.
was
Work
just
hard,
like a
ride
bunch of
smooth.
kids playing soccer in a field. Like that's what they said it was like. It's just no stress, nothing like that. And I think that goes in part with the success is they just enjoy playing together, and there's chemistry there, which helps the winning. And I think when people see that, then it draws them. I feel like it draws me in anyway.
Well, I mean, I can tell you, anytime you go on a run like that and win a national champion or any kind of championship, no matter what level it is, you definitely build a bond with your teammates that you're never going to forget. And just so you know, also too, when those you said 6,750,
It was 6,700. I think.
6,700. I was one of those 6,700, and also I think a nice percentage of them were from Statesville area. So you've got some strong supporters from Statesville that are coming to support Hickory. So definitely that was a good thing about there. It was a great time, great atmosphere, and that's what we're hoping to produce here in Greyhound Hollow when we have Statesville FC take the field.
And the craziest part about it too is I'm sure Gavin can attest to it. And I mean, you guys have kind of been following along too. I promise you, I think every single person I've asked outside of a Hickory FC game has never even heard of Hickory FC. And I hang out with people who love and follow soccer at work, at the gym, in the grocery store. Hey, what's that shirt? It's Hickory. We just won the national championship. We have a soccer team? It's so there's so much untapped potential. That is also what excites me too. Is like it feels like when you're at a game the entire town's there, when in reality, like, I would wager like 60-70% of the town doesn't even know we have a soccer team. So there's so much potential for it to get even better. So it's just so exciting when you like think about that stuff and follow and watch it grow. So
Last season, when was it that it kind of set in your guys' minds that maybe a national championship run was in the cards, or were you guys still so focused on the conference? I know that battle with Appalachian was pretty epic. I watched those games myself.
Yeah.
I could hear the excitement in your guys' voices, and then to play them again in the playoffs. When did it kind of dawn on your minds that A, this team is really good, and B, there might be an opportunity to take this to some place that I don't think anyone really expects in a league like this with so many factors?
I don't know that I ever thought that like a national championship was in the cards. I think, and I've said it many times on our show, that I knew, because going from, I think we won the conference the first year and then got knocked out, but losing a bunch of people coming into last year, it was like, okay, what are we going to look like? Who's new? Who's returning? What is the chemistry going to be? And then immediately in that Mint Hill friendly, my mind was like, okay, we're good. We're good, because we're faster, stronger, more technical. It was like, all right, we're good. But I don't know that a national championship was even thought of, because we lost Jonah early on, center back, who was like, he was one of the ones I thought in the Mint Hill game, like, our back line is solid.
Your goalkeeper got signed, right?
And then he got signed. And we the Asheville game last year was not a it was a friendly, but it wasn't a friendly because the score line. But I think, and we talked about it, and with McCloskey, like how they responded after the losing 7-0 to go up to App and beat them, and we know App is a physical game. It was like, okay, there could be something here. maybe not a national, who knows about a national championship, but there's something here. This is a good football team.
Yeah, I would say for me it was definitely that conference final game against App. The reason being because this is it's unfortunate for you all at least, but it's still a competitive conference. It's a very competitive conference, but especially last year, and you could see that like whoever was going to win between Hickory and Statesville, or Hickory and App was going to go far. So what really sold it to me was this is a top team in the NPSL that we're playing 3 times, and to edge out wins all 3 times, but not even just that, win in the 117th minute. Mm-hmm. That, for me, that was what really sold it. I was like, this team has got grit. This team fights and fights, and even at the end, I think the whole stadium was ready for penalties. I was in the supporter section. I had turned around about a minute before, and I said, guys, pick up your drums, because if they pick that side to do penalties on, we got to go over there. So I was checked out. I was ready for penalties. But after that game, and the reason I was ready, and you could tell, was because all the episodes after that, I kept talking about El Farolito in a potential final, and Gavin was like, I swear, if you jinx us, this is done. And I was like, no, I know what I'm doing. This team's going. So, and that's when I started it, and it was for that reason.
It's funny you mentioned that, because and you mentioned how loud we were on with Tony on that stream, the stream for the conference final. That was me and a guy named Curtis doing the call, and we were talking about penalties as that play was happening. And I think Curtis had just stopped talking when Diego passed to Tommy for the winner. So that's it's funny you talk.
It tells you something when, like, think about football. When it's 4th down and 13, I'm sure the team's kind of giving up, but even the fans, when it's 4th and 20, I'm like, hey, all we need's a catch, man.
There's a chance. There's a chance.
I had given up. I was ready for penalties, and the team was not. They were still pushing. It's that mentality and that grind that really, I think, separates these teams.
Yeah. Now, last year, obviously, NPSL champions. This year, going up to USL 2. We don't get to play each other in the regular season, so $5 tickets this Tuesday.
May 12th.
At Greyhound Hollow, we'll be playing the NPSL champions, Hickory FC. Make sure you're there. What are you guys expecting this season for your squad? The unknown of this newer division, this newer conference, this newer league. What are we thinking for 2026?
I don't know.
We got the optimist and the pessimist here.
I don't want to make a call.
I love that. Good call.
The more I see this squad and the players, and what I love about it too, first off, we're bringing in some absolute dogs on this squad, and every time they release
in a good way.
I look into their profiles. I see accolades, awards, freshmen winning Big Ten tournaments and winning Player of the Year, and I'm like, dang. And then not just that, the people we're bringing back are just the type of people we need. So I think, and why I bring that up is because you can, and I said this several times, you can have the best team on paper, but you need them to mesh. Mm-hmm. And those leaders that we're bringing back, we've talked to them time and time again, and I know that those are the kind of guys. And for that reason, I think, especially with the bar that we set, it's going to be a playoff or bust type team. We got to make the playoffs, or it's considered a failure to us. That's the bar they've set. So
playoff or bust, nice.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I don't want to make a call. I know guys yesterday didn't want to touch the trophy, and I'm kind of like the same. I don't want to make a call. I don't want to do anything to jinx anybody, because I know the injury struggles we had last year. So I would say playoffs. Yeah, definitely playoffs.
And you mentioned trophy when you were talking about trophies. Is that the trophy you just won, or is that a new trophy?
Well, I might have said something I shouldn't have.
Definitely not. It's a great intro.
But,
just so you know, I haven't laid eyes on it yet. But my next question was going to be asking what to expect when Hickory shows up here on May 12th, Tuesday, May 12th, to play against Statesville. But it's a good little intro to that, because there is a trophy. I assume that's the trophy you're talking about, right? So
yes, there is a trophy.
Our fans, our viewers out there, the herd, yes, on May 12th, there is a trophy that we will be playing for. That I haven't seen it. I've seen pictures. I haven't seen it in person. Maybe you've seen it around social media by this time. I think you have. So that trophy that they get, that's the one you're talking about.
The I-40 Derby trophy.
The I-40 Derby trophy.
It's clean.
It is.
It's clean.
It is a trophy. And it's not the NPSL championship trophy. I'll tell you that much. It's not plastic like that.
I think I described it. I said, this ain't no Timu trophy. This thing
it's a legit trophy.
So So when you guys come here playing for that legit trophy, what can we expect? Statesville FC, the Herd, Greyhound Hollow. What can we expect when Hickory FC shows up?
Oh, I mean, we're going to show up for sure. I mean, look at every single app game. First off, every Appalachian game we've broken their home attendance record. So,
Yeah.
But I mean, first off, we travel well. You know, we're going to bring a lot of people. On top of that, this is a fan base that has just been chomping at the bits after that national championship. You know,
This is your first game, right? This is a
Exactly.
friendly. You haven't
Yeah.
started league play yet. We'll have a league play game tonight, but you guys will not started league play yet, correct?
Right.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you know they've just been
Yep.
ferociously
Love a
waiting
good friendly.
all
Love
off
a good preseason
season.
friendly.
On top of that, you know, like I said, I'm in the supporter section too. We've grown too. I think our first year we had 2 drummers. Last year we had 6. Now we're up to 14, 15. We're gonna bring the fans. We're gonna bring the noise, and we'll show you guys all about how it is, and hopefully help you guys set the tone going forward.
Well, I will say this: you talk about setting records. There is no record attendance for our games yet. So you guys
You'll
get
get
to
it.
set
You're
the
gonna get it.
bar.
You can still- you get to
Hickory
set the bar.
FC
No, I
gets to
think-
set the bar,
I think
and
there's something to be said
that
that
can
you
be a
set the bar.
challenge.
Yeah,
You guys
and-
can set the bar for our attendance. And,
And the only thing I would say is, as we've seen with Hickory, is show up for Statesville. Please show up for them, support them, lift them up however you can, because I feel like that will help the community. Obviously helps the players, as we've come to find out. But show up for them. Don't worry about Hickory coming to town and setting the record for it. Like, set your record, or if that's even a thing you want to do, like, set your attendance record. You know, show up for the guys, show up for the team. As from what I understand, and I already bought my tickets, $5 tickets. Like, next Tuesday, be there. You'll have a great time. It'll be a lot of fun. You'll see a lot of great football, soccer. It'll be physical. I mean, it's a derby, so it's going to be physical. It's going to be, you know, a match. I don't know that we can be friends that day.
Nope.
But, you know, be there. Show up for them.
nice.
Where can we find your podcast from the Roots Up every week for you guys? I got every week, I assume, right now during the season. But where can we find you guys?
Yeah, so I mean, our main platform for podcasting is kind of the typical thing: Spotify, YouTube. But a lot of our content is mainly on Instagram and Facebook. We post a lot of our clips, small clips of our interview. If you don't have an hour to sit down and listen to Gavin and I ramble, but we post a lot of those kind of high yield clips, just cool stories or information. So I'll just say on Instagram, look up From the Roots Up, Facebook From the Roots Up, or if you have a couple hours to kill, hop on YouTube, see the chats with the owners, the coaches, the players, and things like that.
From the roots up.
Yes.
And with that, I think we need to take a break. We'll quit, right?
Yeah, they've survived the hot seat. Thank you guys very much.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
Appreciate
guys.
you guys. We'll see you guys on
we're gonna bring
Tuesday.
we'll bring them back after the break too. Maybe have one more question.
Yeah, we'll bring it back. We'll see you Tuesday.
Sweet. Appreciate it.
When it comes to power, performance, and comfort, nothing cuts like Ferris mowers. Built with patented suspension technology, Ferris zero-turn mowers absorb bumps and rough terrain, giving you a smoother ride and a cleaner, more professional cut. Whether you're mowing your own yard or running a full-time crew, Ferris helps you get more done in less time. Ready to feel the Ferris difference? Visit RC's Lawnmower Sales and Service, 150 RC Farm Drive in Statesville, and check out the full line of Ferris mowers today. Ferris, work hard, ride smooth.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Statesville FC Soccer Show. Time now for the final whistle.
That's right. We got our guest here, and I've got one more important question for you guys. Give me your quick answer to this. So, up the trees. We say fill the ville here in Statesville FC. You guys say up the trees. What does that mean to you?
It means I am and we don't really call ourselves Reds, but I mean, since our home shirt is red, I'll say it. I'm a Red for life, forever. It's my hometown club. It's something that I will. I don't want to be cliche, but like I will bleed for. I love having a hometown club, and I love to support them. I love to support the guys, the club itself. Just it's part of not be cliche or corny, but like it's part of me. I'd say that.
Yeah, no, and it's really interesting. We talk about it a lot, you know, the community aspect of it, and this is why I love minor league sports, is because you're not one of 70,000 in a stadium. You know, you're a part of the team. Whether it's, again, these are things I rant and rave about all the time. Whether it's knowing that you showing up is making a literal impact. We talk to the players and they say, we won that game because you were there. We scored that 117th minute conference final because you were still there cheering and screaming. That's what gave us the energy. And then even there's so many more aspects to it, being part of the community, talking to sponsors and restaurants who are maybe taking a big loss sponsoring you, but they're doing it because they want to support their community. And then that's where the passion for the game and the team grows. And then again, we're all soccer fans. We want this sport to grow in this country. That's when the kids start going to games, and they're going to remember that 10 years. And then when they go to games and they're passionate about it, they're like, Dad, why are you a 30-year-old man screaming at a soccer game? It's because we have these memories growing up, and that's what we're establishing and creating. So I think that's what it is to me, is creating a community for us to enjoy and for people to remember for a long, long time.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, and this has been great here, Buck. It's been a great conversation with you guys. I hope to meet with you guys again. Maybe
Thanks for paving the road.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Pave the road. Now we're going to try to catch up to you guys.
Yeah, showing us, setting an example on what Statesville FC can be and what we will be, right, guys?
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Definitely.
So, I guess, Buck, you ready to take us out here, possibly? I know you
Yeah,
got
yeah,
Dan over there as well with you.
Yeah, we got our young fan Daniel here. Remember, tonight we're playing Burlington, first ever game in PSL. I mean, it's the first game in the history of Statesville FC. Tuesday, you're going to get a shot at the champs. $5 tickets, Greyhound Hollow. Then next Saturday, a week from right now as you're listening, inaugural NPSL home game, Statesville FC. You can get your tickets where?
That's right. You can get your tickets at statesvillefootball.club. Statesvillefootball.club. That's right. And come back next week. We'll have the creators of Epic Studios here with us, talk about our games, get us ready for the May 16th game. And that's right. That's right. Another edition of the Statesville Soccer Show, guys. Thank you. A huge thank you to our guests, Gavin and Max from the Roots Up.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. Up the trees.
Up the trees.
Feel the Ville. And we'll see you guys in Greyhound Hollow. Right? And that's it. I'm Eric Hansen, guys. It's time. Feel the Ville, guys. Make everyone feel the Ville.